Welcome to Mountie Days, Berea College's online news magazine. I'm your host, Mark Leslie, and joining me is co-host Matt Berger. In this episode, we'll look at a few highlights from the spring semester as the school year comes to a close. Berea has observed its own special Labor Day each spring for the past 88 years since 1922, celebrating Berea's student work program that all Berea students participate in, and celebrating all the contributions that Berea students make to the operation and life of the college through this labor. Typically a day of fun, games, and awards, this year's Labor Day was all of that and more. Matt's going to tell us a little more about it.
Yes, sir. In addition to this year's Labor Day events, Berea finished this year with a new tradition, the first ever Berea Academy Awards, an awards showcase celebrating achievements in the labor and academic programs. Students wore semi-formal attire to attend this dazzling show, hosted by senior Anna Rafferty and alum Joe Salim. Musical performances during the event included John Bradley and Darren Hawkworth, winners of the Red Foley Memorial Music Award, which recognizes students for their musical contributions to campus community. Other performances included the runners-up in the Berea's Got Talent competition, Sam Rosalina and Kyam Burney, along with the first-place recipients, Amanda Pierce and Amos Prophet. This event recognized students that achieved excellence in their labor and academics. Their hard work is shown through scholarships, awards, and prizes totaling more than $100,000 during the event.
Berea College is known for the quality of its graduates, and as an undergraduate institution which focuses on providing a quality liberal arts education, Berea is known for the graduates possessing business, nursing, and industrial arts degrees. However, for students that cannot find a general major fitting to their aspirations, they have the opportunity to create an independent major.
Wesley Gift, a senior, is one of these remarkable students. He's double majoring in film, which is not offered as a traditional major, in theater at Berea College.
Recently, Wesley Gift reached the highlight of his college career. On April 9, 2010, Gift presented an independent film entitled Catatonia to his classmates, staff, and faculty. As his senior capstone for his independent major, the film was written, directed, and filmed by the talented senior.
My name is Wesley Gift. I am a double major in film and theater studies, and my other major is in English. The inspiration came from, which you'll see at the end of the film, there's a title slide that comes up that says based on true events. And with this film, I wanted to create something meaningful, not only to me, but to my peers as well. So I looked back on some of my life experiences and stuff I had encountered and wrote that into the film, and which is shown through different characters. And it's also based on experiences of some of my close friends as well. So with that, I wanted to take what I had learned and show it through this film to teach other people how they can deal with some of these situations that you'll see. Primarily before Catatonia, I had done little comedy skits. There was some comedy, a little bit of action, and with Catatonia, I wanted to try something completely different. So I went for a drama because I'd never sat down and wrote one before, or shot one, or made one. So, but I like to stay broad. I don't like to just focus on one little niche. I like to expand my creative ideas all over. Well, one of my old English professors, John Bolin, always said that art is meant to do two things, to educate and to entertain. And that's been a philosophy I've carried with me since then to incorporate into my work. I mean, when you see what I've produced, I want you to enjoy it, but I also want you to walk away, hopefully, with a new understanding or a new idea about something, or to walk away, learning something you hadn't known before. This premiere is actually, well, I guess you could say what our final exam would be. Our faculty sponsors are going to be here to watch it and view it and give us a grade on how we did. Next month in May, the World Independent Film Expo comes to Richmond. It's an annual film festival in Richmond. The deadline is later this month, so in fact, early next week I'm going to send in my submission, but a lot of competition there. And then from there, I'm going to submit it into other film festivals.
What are you doing? sunset. You start to dance like a marionette. Your hair curls and falls down your breast. Fireworks illuminate the sky.
In the fall, Mountie Days reported on the college's in-depth process to reduce the college's annual operating budget, respond to new economic and social realities, and changing educational needs in Appalachia and beyond, all without compromising Berea's core mission and values.
After considering several scenarios, the college adopted something of a hybrid, incorporating some of the best aspects of all scenarios, calling it engaged and transformative learning. Now the work of putting all these parts of this plan in place has begun.
This summer, faculty-led groups will hammer out many of these details that we'll be reporting on later. But already some parts of the plan are being put into place. As Berea looks toward the future, one new goal is to triple the number of transfer students the college admits each year. Right now, there are about 25 students who come to Berea from other colleges and universities to finish their degrees. Lara Zavalza Nissan is one of them. Originally from New Orleans, Lara and her family moved to Kentucky after Hurricane Katrina. Lara attended Bluegrass Community Technical College in Lexington, then transferred to Berea last year.
Berea was really close to home, so I was really interested in staying near home to be with my family. I also had heard about Berea's reputation, and I was interested in being a part of that. I attended BCTC and had only taken courses that were specifically going to transfer back to Berea, because that's how just determined and how motivated I wanted to be at Berea. I'm planning on majoring in nursing with a minor in Spanish, and I'm hoping to, after getting my degree, I'm hoping to return to Lexington and do a graduate study at UK.
As a group, transfer students do well at Berea and report high satisfaction with their choice to come here.
Our transfer students are among the most excited about their Berea College experience, partly because they come to us more mature in the first place, and secondly, when they get here, they feel nurtured by the faculty, they feel supported by the financial aid, and ultimately they feel their education has really given them a leg up on where they would be had they not come to Berea College.
This spring, Berea signed a transfer student agreement with the Kentucky Community and Technical College System, also known as KCTCS. The agreement will help Berea reach its goal of enrolling more transfer students and will also help the state of Kentucky achieve its goal of doubling the number of Kentuckians who earn bachelor degrees by the year 2020.
This is not just about KCTCS, it's not just about Berea College. What it's about is the future of Kentucky, providing opportunities, providing that access that we really want to give, and that we as educators have stepped up to the plate and said, we want you, but this is how we can do it.
The agreement was formalized in April at the signing event at Berea's Boone Tavern Hotel.
Because KTCTS and Berea College are both committing themselves to tripling the number of students, transfer students, who will go on to four-year institutions, we're calling this event the Double Triple.
The event included Kentucky Representative Carl Rawlins, sponsor of the bill passed this year by the Kentucky legislature that calls for greater cooperation between Kentucky schools to help students transition from the state's two-year colleges to public and private colleges and universities throughout the state.
House Bill 160 focuses primarily on the public universities, the community college system and the four-year publics, to make them come to the table and establish a clearly defined path that students can follow. They can start at the community college and get a four-year degree. And this fits right in with it because the private colleges can probably do that a little easier.
KCTCS has transfer agreements with other Kentucky colleges and universities, but Berea's is unique.
Berea College, as President Sheehan said, has been moving forward over the last 10 years to increase the African American population on our campus. And we have done a good job with students who are traditional students who've come to the college and have done well, performed well, and graduated. But also there's been that segment of transfer students that we have missed for various reasons.
What we intend with this agreement is to attract the attention of a number of the African American students presently enrolled at KCTS institutions to invite their interest in the college, their application, and ultimately we hope this fall that about 15 additional African Americans out of the KCTCS program in these 5 pilot campuses will find their way into the application process as successful applicants ultimately matriculate in the fall of the year.
In 2008-2009, more than 15,000 students at the 16 schools in the Kentucky Community and Technical College system went on to four-year institutions. Berea hopes the new agreement and initiative will attract some of the best of these students who also have limited financial resources. The college expects to see results this fall.
KCTCS was a great stepping stone for me personally. I would recommend KCTCS students to attend Berea simply because it is such a unique place. I would recommend any student to attend Berea simply because what it has done for me, and I'm sure it can do great things for others.
Berea's Convocations program is a staple of a Berea College education. On Thursday afternoons or evenings of almost every week, we can count on having a distinguished or thought-provoking speaker or a world-class performer enrich the intellectual and cultural life of the campus. Capping off this year's lineup was one of America's best-known musicians, who also used the occasion to benefit our community in another way. George Winston is a world-renowned pianist. Winston is best known for developing his own style of melodic folk piano. Influenced by New Orleans R&B piano, Winston has released 10 highly acclaimed solo piano albums.
On piano, I play New Orleans R&B is one style, and stride piano, the older jazz style from the 20s and 30s, second style, and then third style would be folk piano, the melodic, slower, kind of simpler pieces. Then on guitar, I play about half, mainly American Appalachian standards, fiddle tunes, folk tunes, and then about half Hawaiian tunes. I'm a solo instrumental musician that is used as a guitar and piano harmonica and is inspired mainly by the seasons and different topographies.
Winston's performances often serve the dual purpose of entertaining and benefiting disaster relief and food drives.
Well, I've done 2 benefit albums, so Remembrance for 9/11 organization in New York that was helping people, and then Gulf Coast Blues and Impressions for a Katrina relief benefit record. And I'm not sure what they've raised, maybe 100,000 between the 2 of them, maybe over the years. But we all try to help out, and that's one way I can. We also did some benefit concerts around the times those events happened.
George Winston began his music career when he was 18 years of age after hearing the first Doors album. He encourages all musicians to continue to play no matter how long it takes for them to reach their goals. As accomplished as he is, Winston still has some personal goals to reach.
The very first song I ever tried to play was when I heard the first Doors album in 1967. It was called Break On Through to the Other Side. I still can't play it. It's 43 years, but I'm almost there.
Break on through to the other side. Break on through to the other side. Break on through.
Hey, maybe that song could be the anthem for Berea's graduating seniors. You know, they're moving on to their own other side. Well, as they move across the stage and receive their diplomas, they leave the stage of their life for new challenges all over the world. We wish them all well. At commencement ceremonies this Sunday, Dr. Diana Epp will address an expected 227 candidates. She will also receive an honorary degree from Berea.
No doubt about it. Graduation is an exciting day for students, families, faculty, and the whole college community. What about you, Matt? You happy to be wrapping up your semester?
Sir.
You ready for summer?
Yeah. Well, it's going to be pretty busy here on campus with classes, alumni reunions, and for 5 days in June, Berea will host the World Massage Festival.
Oh, yeah.
Here on campus.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, students will be studying all over the world and doing lots of interesting internships.
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
have plenty to talk about.
But until then, this is Mark
and Matt
saying see you next time on
Mountie Days.
Man, I'm gonna put some sunblock on, so it's hot, man.
Oh, yeah, man. I need you to get my bag, dog. Hey, no, I don't want to get off the street.
You know the day destroys the night, night divides the day. Try to run, try to hide, break on through to the other side, break on through to the other side.